sweetheart? Can we talk for a minute? There is something I have been meaning to tell you. So, I love you. You know I love you. I mean, you must know, right? I tell you 1,000 times at night in your sleep after all. Uh, well, I guess you were not awake for that, so I don't know if you were aware. But even that aside, I make your voice my alarm. I make your voice my ringtone. Your smiling face is the background of my phone, and I have a portrait of you in every room of my house. So, I'm really into you. You know I love you. I tell you every time I find the opportunity, don't I? So, I'm sure you must know even just a little bit of how much I really love you. And that's exactly why things have been so difficult recently. I love you, and it's difficult for me to be distant from you. It eats away at me when you are not next to me. It eats away at me when you haven't talked to me for a while. I feel my insides withering away when I haven't spent time with you in a while. That's just how I am. You know how I am. There isn't anything that hurts me more than to be away from you. And I feel like we have been drifting apart recently. You feel it too, don't you? I don't want to assign any blame here. That's not what this is about. I just want to get through this together with you, is all. We have been going out for so long, and I don't want it to end here. I don't want it to end ever, really. I just want to love you forever and ever. That's my greatest joy. So, what I'm saying is, I can't stand that we haven't been able to spend as much time together recently. I feel like in the past few days, the only time I really spend with you is when you are sleeping. And you were not even awake for that, so it's not the same. And you haven't been responding to your text as much lately either. I know I send a lot and it can be really hard to keep up with me in that regard, but still, even accounting for that, you haven't been too responsive. And like I said, this isn't about blame. I'm not blaming you here. I'm sure you must have a good reason for being so distant recently. You have a good reason, don't you? Maybe there is something you are insecure about that you are afraid I will find out and hate about you. It's fine. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's fine. I'm certain I won't mind, and it's not as big a deal as you think. I will always love you forever and ever, and I won't let something petty get in the way of our love. So, if maybe you got a weird rash recently that you are scared I will find ugly, or make if you got a weird word, or maybe you are afraid about how you smell or something. I don't know. But if there is any reason like that, anything that might make feel guilty or anxious about being around me or pushing me away, just forget it. I love you. I absolutely adore you and everything about you. If there is anything like that, it won't bother me. Only being away from you bothers me. Or maybe if you are just feeling down, then, well, it's not good to isolate yourself. I know alone time is a thing, but I think you have taken it to extremes here, sweetheart. If there is anything you want to talk about, you can talk about it with me, darling. I'm not here to judge. I just want to keep you safe, is all. Not just from external threats, but threats that come from the inside as well. It's my duty to do everything in my power to protect you. I would do anything for you. I swear on my life, I would do anything for you. I would take bullets for you or fire them. I would sell my soul for you. I would give up everything I have ever loved in order to protect you. So, if there is something you are facing, I want to face it together with you, darling. So, if there is any problem you have, I want to know about it. Even even if the problem is me, that's a real possibility, isn't it? Did I do something wrong, sweetheart? Did I do something to make you withdraw from me? You know, I never mean to hurt you or wrong you, but it just. I love you so much, so it just. I know that sometimes I can be overbearing. Well, more than just sometimes. But I just can't help it. I just love you so much, and my love for you takes over my every thought and action. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being like this. It was me, wasn't it? You have gotten sick of me, haven't you? I know I have got problems and I must have been causing you problems too. It must be annoying to wake up to all my texts, isn't it? I'm sure you must have hated it when I went through your phone too, and I always give you that potty face when you eat food that I didn't make for you. I'm always trying to guilt you into only eating my cooking. I'm sure that must be such a hassle to deal with as well. I'm sure I must be such a burden. I don't know what to do. I just don't know. I want you to be happy. I really do. But I just can't control myself around you. I want to respect you just as much as I love you. But how could that be possible when I love you this much? So I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do now that we are drifting apart. What should I do? Help me. I don't know what to do. What should I do? I should open this box. Sweetheart! Oh, darling, you better not be playing games with me. This is better be what I hope it is it? Is it what I think it is? Are you proposing to me? You are? Oh, my sweet, precious darling, there are not enough words in the English language to express just how much I love you. This is my number one dream come true. I can't believe this is actually happening. Is this why you were acting so distant recently? Were you spending time looking for a ring? Maybe making other arrangements? And you even made it my birthstone. Oh, sweetheart, you were so thoughtful. No wonder I fell in love with you. You are the most beloved person I could ever ask for. Out of all the times I could have been born into, I'm so grateful I was born just in time to meet you. Oh, and your proposal swept me right off my feet. So I almost forgot to give you an answer. Yes, of course I accept. There is no way I could refuse. I love you so much. More than you could ever imagine. I will never forget this moment. I will never forget this moment. It's already been burned into my memory for all eternity. I'm so happy. I can't even believe how happy I am. I had no idea people could be this happy. And especially never thought I would be the one to experience it at this level. Out of everyone who could possibly experience this level of happiness, why me? I certainly don't deserve it. You know how I am. I guess I wasn't pushing you away. You proposed to me after all, so my tears were all in my head. But I still have very real things to be guilty over. I mean, I was so scared. I was so scared that you were drifting away from me and that you would never come back to me. And I didn't want that to happen. I couldn't let that happen. That's why I was going to take matters into my hands. Today I brought some rope with me, you say, and some tape, and I had this entire plan all set up. I thought for sure you'd tell me that you were acting distant because you hated me. Then you would say that you wanted to break up with me. Then I would cry. I would beg you to stay with me. You would brush me off and then walk away. And then, when you turned your back to me, I would kidnap you. I would pin you down and tie you up and take you to my basement where you would never be able to get away from me, no matter how much you hated me. So I definitely have things to feel guilty over. I definitely don't deserve you. But maybe I'm overthinking things. You love me after all. You love me, don't you? So none of that matters. There is no use dwelling on it. I'm just ruining the moment. This is a happy moment. I should just let it be happy. I should just let us be happy. Things are simple. So I don't need to make them so complicated. I love you and you love me. It's that simple. You love me, you love me, you love me. I love you too, darling. I love you more than anything that has ever been loved. If I put my thoughts down on paper about just how much I love you, we would have to cut down all the trees in the world to have enough to write it down. That's how much I love you. So let's just enjoy this moment. There is so much to enjoy. There is so much to think about and look forward to now that our future together is secure. Where should we have the wedding? Should it be big or small? Who do you want to invite? Every last little detail is such a joy to fantasize about. But even so, at the end of the day, the only detail that truly matters is that you are with me forever. I love you, darling.